Hello everybody, it is Dylan from Yugioh Everything, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 summary discussion video. The summary has just come out for episode 146. Before we begin, I just want to quickly make a disclaimer that I am very sick right now. I might have the flu or strep throat. I just worked a 4 to 8 a.m. shift, so that's why I'm awake, and DMC so kindly, as always, translated the W jump for us, where this preview came from, and he posted it around 7:30 right before I got off my shift, so I was able to just quickly hop on the mic and make a video for you guys. But the Q&A and the Pegasus video, which I really wanted to do this week, they're going to get pushed back. The next video might be the Arc 5 cast list. I have an economics exam tonight, and then I am on spring break, and hopefully I'll be able to work on it. But it's just been a very stressful week, and I guess between working 2 jobs, balancing a personal life, the YouTube and college all kind of finally caught up to me. It's the first time I've ever been sick, so if I sound a little monotone or my thoughts are kind of all over the place, I do apologize for that. Just wanted to make a disclaimer. You guys know I do enjoy being transparent with you, and usually when I say a video is going to come out on this date, I do hold true to that. I do apologize. Again, I am running a high fever, so I do apologize for that. But anyway, here's the preview. Sorry for rambling for a minute. Jack Atlas gives Yuya some guidance. Jack chastises Yuya, and if you don't know what chastises mean, basically just means ridicule, who fears Zark's revival and doesn't want to use the dragons. Jack says that Yuya should try to command the 4 dragons and make full use of them. He then challenges Yuya to a duel, and this week's Yuya, believing in himself and dueling Jack. Yuya is racked with doubts after he is chastised by Jack. However, Yuya has no choice but to step onto the stage and duel Jack. Can Yuya believe in himself and demonstrate his strength to Jack? So that's the episode. We knew. I already kind of went on a discussion, a little bit of a rant on Tuesday. If you want to check out that video, I'll link it down below. When we heard that Yuya was going to be dueling Jack, we didn't know anything more. Don't get me wrong. I'm excited for the episode. And let me explain that. I'm just viewing this episode as an individual duel. The plot has the plot's gone. The plot is gone. Now, there might be a way that they can revive the plot in the last 2 to 4 episodes, because if the show ends at the end of March, it'll be 148. If the show goes to April 2nd, like some people say it will, and it's a 1-hour special, it'll reach 150, which is 4 more episodes. So we might get 4 more episodes after this, but I just feel like the main plot, where I would have rather seen some development between the U-Boys, the Bracelet Girls, Ray, Zark, whatever it may be. Maybe another antagonist that was gonna, the fifth entity kind of theory that I have been, spewing for a while. That kind of seems like garbage now, but it just doesn't seem like they're taking on that plot, and I just wonder if they're going to have enough time. Now, if this show goes 151, 152 episodes and it runs to like mid-April, then I can understand a duel like this, because I guess they have enough time, but with how the constraints seem to be building up against them, I would have just rather not seen a synchro duel. And it's interesting because based on this description, first of all, the first comparison I made was to Judai in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, right? When he was having trouble using polymerization, and he just did not want to use it after his Supreme King, and he was finally able to use it, and then he took on Yubel and Johan, who was possessed by Yubel. But this is very similar. Yuya does not want to, and there's been so many similarities between Arc 5 and GX. Now, obviously, it doesn't take a genius to figure out what show Ono wrote, because it's obviously 5Ds, with how that he has treated the characters from 5Ds and just synchro in general. But there's been a lot of parallels between Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, which is really cool, and this is definitely a parallel. Judai did not want to use fusion, and Yuya does not want to use the 4 dragons. So maybe Yuya in 144, when he was about to summon, or he could have summoned Dark Rebellion, remembered and just didn't want to do it, because maybe he just associates Yuto and Dark Rebellion with evil, and that's what someone actually said to me, that it was kind of an egg-out duel, and because of that he didn't want to use Dark Rebellion. That very well could be it. Or maybe in 145 we'll get more information on this, that Yuya maybe does remember the dragons, or Leo Akaba reminds him of the dragons, or something along those lines. Another very interesting point is this seems to me like it would be the main rival's job, right? It would seem to me like it would be Akaba Reiji's job to confront Yuya and call him out on his crap, but instead Jack Atlas is doing it. And you can honestly make an argument, if you really wanted to, that Jack Atlas is the rival in Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5. I mean, you really could if you wanted to, because he's had, I think, more duels than Akaba Reiji, and he's had more duels against Yuya than anyone else. I still consider Reiji a rival. I would still consider Shingo more of a rival, just because Jack is a legacy character, but just think about it from this perspective. If Jack Atlas was an Arc 5 original character, most people would consider him a rival, because it's very similar to the route that Edo did with Judai. 3 duels, he was introduced after about episode 50, he was introduced after the first season, and a good amount of people consider Edo one of Judai's main rivals. Now, I don't, because he kind of entered late and all their duels were only in one season, but this is more spread out, so you could genuinely make the argument that Jack Atlas is Yuya's rival in Arc 5, which is, again, it just kind of shows where the biasness lies in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. And again, I'm a huge 5Ds fan, but sometimes I think the bias has negatively affected the show. But I'm excited for 145. You guys know I'm going to stay optimistic. I'm excited for this episode. I think it could be a very entertaining duel. And the next week, in about maybe 5 days or so on Tuesday, we will be getting maybe the final batch of Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 spoilers, and I am stoked for that, even if it's just a pile of garbage, or it's something that really gets me excited, because I still have faith that batch is going to get me really, really excited, and we're really going to get into the U-Boys and Bracelet Girls stuff after 146, but then again, there might only be 2 episodes left, and if that's the case, we really don't have enough time to do anything, it seems, so we'll see, we will see, but it's going to be a very interesting week. It'll be interesting to see the 146 cast list, if maybe Crow is in it, if there's any shocking names in it, maybe a Bracelet Girl or a U-Boy, but we will see what happens. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, I apologize if I sounded a little out of it. I probably won't be answering many comments, because not only do I have an economics exam, but I'm going to pass out as soon as I upload this, but I will be reading them as always, and I do appreciate you guys commenting all your theories and thoughts on all the videos I do and all these summaries that we get. So thanks to DMC again for translating. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day. I will talk to you guys down below.